First day of practice on the mighty Mississippi River. I came up here to pool 8 on Alaska. This is where I hear there's bigger fish. I don't know, I guess you could win anywhere here, but I heard there's a little bit better population of bigger fish up here. So I'm gonna check this out the first day and see where we can go from there. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's pretty light out, but about 5:15, 5:30. Got long days for this practice. Looking forward to it. I am pretty excited. All right, so this is the setup for the first group. Decent fish coming off the bank. Looks like it's all spawned out. Not a bad fish right there. Come off a bank with a ton of current blowing in it. Just slow rolling a spinner bait. Let's see if we can keep that going and catch a couple more like that. The thing that made me stop here was the nice wood, some good laydowns. I haven't really hit the laydowns yet. I was just kind of rolling that spinner bait down off the bank. That joke came out rapid. Serious current here. Pretty solid bass. Alright guys, I slowed down a little bit and went to a swimming worm. New prototype, we're making it Gambler. A little bit smaller than the burner worm. And Really just slowed it down, got a little lower in the water column. I got the power poles down. I made about 4 or 5 casts that spot before that one bit. It's pretty solid fish, good fish right there. It's better than what I've been catching. So let's see if we can build on that. Stop it. Another pretty solid one. It's 4 o'clock, first day of practice. Been out here about 11 hours or so. Got maybe 10 bites or so, not a lot of bites. You know, you hit one, then you pick up and move a little bit, or you move a lot, so you're not really leaning on the area, but haven't really figured much out yet. As soon as I picked up that worm, started slow fishing it, I picked up 2 pretty solid fish. And other than that, I haven't really got anything going yet, flipping wood, or throwing a crankbait, or a little bit on a spinnerbait, stuff like that. So still everything's up in the air, everything's wide open. Haven't really figured anything in yet to hone in on, but I'm looking at a lot of stuff. I'm looking at a lot of things in this pool up here. I'm in the top pool right now, so I'm in 7 on Alaska, and I'm going to go look at on Alaska Lake a little closer now, maybe slow fish that and see if I can get some more bites there. I think we killed the JT. We did not kill the JT. How's your practice going?
This morning was okay, and the whole rest of the day It's dinner time again.
What kind of assembly have we put together tonight?
What we have done this evening, the Holland Grill Companion has compiled some marinated chicken thighs. The Holland Grill Companion also cooked corn, which I like to do in the husk. I just think it keeps the moisture in there and everything, and then everybody can just peel it around and do whatever they want to it. The other thing we did, this is kind of a local thing, just standard broccoli, just boiled it in some water with some olive oil and some Holland Grill. I like the chicken and chop Holland Grill seasoning on the broccoli. But we went ahead, as you can see, hey, we are in Wisconsin. Well, we're actually in Minnesota right now, but we're just across the street from Wisconsin. We had to get some of that fine Wisconsin cheese and put in there for them. We're fixing to light this up.
Second day of practice here at the Mississippi River. I came down one pool to pool 8. This is where we're going out of for the tournament. So I'm gonna check around here. 7 was pretty good, that on Alaska. Found some fish up there. Didn't really get on the mother load yet, but gonna look around here. Gonna look in a lot of these backwaters, you know, get out of the current and stuff, and look for some jetties, some breaker walls, and see what the grass looks like down here. See if I can get some fish going. bass fish. Pretty decent bass fish. Got another bass fish. Same deal, running that spinner bait on the edge of this grass here in the breaks. You know, these are pretty healthy, fat fish. Couple pounder there. There's a little less current on this edge over here. The current is ripping right now. I actually saw a bed or two against this stuff too. I'm starting to put a little pattern together of this stuff. You know, it's a little bit deep. There's current breaks up against this hard line of grass. So I think you just kind of got to fish through some areas and find out where the actual fish are, and then catch one or two or one and put a mark on the unit and get out of there and kind of rotate through during the tournament. You know, there's probably other ways to catch them, but spinnerbait's probably going to be tough to beat in this type of stuff. You know, with that type of current, the fish kind of make up their minds a lot quicker. They don't get a chance to look at a bait very long. But the nice thing is, with that current ripping as hard as it is, it kind of forces them to be over here. The other cool thing is there's about 10 miles of this stuff if you add it all up. So you get through and fish enough today, I can get enough waypoints down if I can keep it going and have a nice little milk run in the tournament. But there's a real nice little eddy right up ahead of us where the current's coming off that point and going to the left, and it's leaving like some swirling water going back in here, so the fish don't have to fight the current as much, and it's a natural funnel for bait. If any bait gets washed down or comes around that corner, they're pretty much going to get pushed into this over here. Where I've been catching the fish, I've had a couple foot of water anyway, you know, 4 to 8 foot just off the bank, so that little bit deeper bank's helping too. Bass fish. Good bass there. Pretty good fish right there. A little bit better one. Over 3. Might have found something, fellers. Be a good tournament fish in this lake, I think. That one destroyed the buzzbait. That's pre-spawn right there. That's just a nice, healthy largemouth. Well, I'm going to fish my way down so I know how to get in and out of here, but this is looking pretty good right now. Well, we're at 1 o'clock on day 2 of practice. Got a little bit going. You know, I like some of the stuff I found. My trolling motor batteries are about done for the day. I've been hanging out in that current real hard on high. And let's see, 6, 7. That's about 7 or 8 hours on them. 7 hours, I guess. So while I still have some life left in them, I'm going to go out and find some more of that grass, like where I caught that big one and where I caught that decent one on the frog, and see if I can locate some more grass beds. So in the tournament, I'll be able to kind of milk run those if I'm down here fishing here. So that's the plan. Midway through day 2 of practice, starting to kind of put some puzzle pieces together. I like what I'm seeing. Gonna go build upon it. Just checked the big grass flat down here in Stoddard. It's gorgeous grass. I got one bite in there. It wasn't a keeper. There's maybe 15 other boats in there right now. I think pretty popular area. It's got like the cleanest, nicest looking water I've seen on this body of water yet. It's something to think about. You know, I don't think you have to really practice it much in there. I think just go in there and fish them up. Find out what's working each day. So I'm going to go look around the rest of the river here and see if I can find something on the main river, some jetties, some current breaks. Maybe we'll find some docks or backwaters on the other side and see if there's anything else holding some fish. Nice little keeper smallmouth there. First one of those I've seen, the keeper anyway. I caught one short earlier today, but went back to that original pattern I had going this morning. Yeah, it's 17 inches. Went back to that original pattern I had going this morning, looking for those little bit deeper edges with the current breaks, and threw that spinnerbait back in there, and that thing just smoked it. So that's a good fish. Your rods aren't strapped down.
I don't care how old a man gets. Never Popping wheelies and donuts never get old.
You're right.
I don't care how old a person is, you can be 87 years old, popping wheelies and doing donuts is just the way of life.
I'll give you a little day 2 practice recap. Had a little bit better day today, you know, got into those fish, which was good. I don't know, maybe had close to 13 pounds, which I think does pretty well here. I'll show you the winners for today. Today's one of the winners was this little spinnerbait here. That god-awful orange blade on it. But they ate it pretty good. I think they would have eaten any color and any combination, but hey, it's orange and they ate it. So they ate that pretty good. The big fish came on this War Eagle buzzbait. It's got a great big gold blade. I was throwing that black one most of the morning and not really getting much done with that black one. And then I switched up and geez, a couple casts into it. That big one smoked it. I think that was just a location thing more than color, but it did eat it, so that was pretty cool. And then we got one other bait that did pretty well was this here frog. So I got one good one on that frog there with the kicker legs. And that was about it. I did catch a couple fish on a super stud. I think that was it. So basically those 3 baits were the winners for today. Day 3 of practice, Mississippi River. I'm back in pool 8. You know, those fish I found yesterday, I like that. I'm going to try to expand on it. Yesterday I got stuck and had to get out of the boat maybe 17 or 18 times. It was pretty ridiculous, but I got to find those areas where I can catch more fish. So I got about 5 or 6 spots in that Goose Pond area that I like for where I think fish are going to reload and stack up in. And then there's a couple grass areas I like too to try to get some big fish in the boat. So I decided to come back out and give that a shot today, and hopefully I don't get stuck quite as many times. We had a nasty storm come through all night last night, got a ton of rain, added a lot more water I think, so maybe we'll float a little bit higher, but that's the plan for today. Gonna try to add and expand and find some more fish. Pretty good largemouth right there. Wouldn't turn that baby down in the tournament. Wow, right out there in the current. I mean, it's ripping there. Big old fatty right there. It's a good fish. A spot on it. Got it right here in the mouth of one of these openings. Just slow. That's all, just 5. Pretty good one, huh? That's not a bad one for here.
2.5?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just need about 5 of them a day.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yep.
Good luck, my man.
Thanks, bud. You too.
Maybe I'll draw you.
All right. Pounder. Smash that buzzbait. Good fish right there. Good smallie there. What's he in? Man, just in the current. Good fish right there, folks. Nice smallmouth. Healthy fish. We got something going on. Good one there. Alright guys, I've hooked enough fish this practice. I know what I'm looking for. I'm pretty dialed in on it. I'm basically looking for any of the current driven banks with some water underneath them, you know, 4 foot or better, and points and tips are real good. So I'll go ahead and take that one spinner bait, and I'm going to bend the hook all the way in. There. If I catch one on that, that'd be pretty impressive. I still want to get out there and throw it, try to feel the dead, feel for wood, see if I can get some hits and stuff, but I don't want to hook any more fish. So it's the last day of practice, and I got something going pretty good right now with that spinnerbait deal. A little bit of buzzbait, got a couple fish on the buzzbait today. Basically, man, I'm looking for deeper edges with current breaks on those little hummocks and turns and stuff. So basically, man, I gotta, there's gotta be thousands of those hummocks and turns and current breaks. I'm just trying to find as many as I can. Right now I got about 12, maybe 13 of them, and it's just about noon, so I'm going to spend a good portion of the day covering as much water as I can so I can get more stuff for day 2, day 3, day 4, and go from there. Now, my biggest fish in practice still, you know, biggest 1 or 2 came out in that grass flat, but I only got 2 bites out there, and I fished it pretty hard. So, you know, from what I'm hearing, 12 is going to get you paid. 13, maybe 13 and a half is going to get you into the cut a day. I think I'm on 12 plus right now without getting a good bite. You know, then when you put your head down for 8 or 9 hours in the tournament, usually you can get a good bite in there, and if it's your day, you get 2 or 3 real good bites, you know, talking 4 and 5 pounders, and then all of a sudden, you know, those solid fish that you have add up to, you know, 16, 17 pounds, something like that. So game plan is gonna go look at as much stuff as I can. I'm gonna zoom out here and show you basically what I'm looking at is I don't know if you could see that or not, but this entire thing's like a spider web of little tiny coves and hummocks and mounds and little canals and rivers, and all these red dots are spots where I've gotten bit. The green ones are spots that I think I'm going to get bit, and the yellow spots are spots where I got bit and didn't set the hook. So got quite a few there, and that's kind of what I'm looking at, and trying to find, you know, how to navigate, and also try to find some more good spots so you can just pull up and fish and maximize your time during the tournament. That's the plan. We are off and running.